Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jaina, and in this video we are going to be talking about what to wear to a yoga class and what not to wear to a yoga class. So sometimes when you go to a yoga class, and especially if you're new to the practice, it can be quite daunting as to know what to wear. And also when you go into a yoga class, your body temperature changes during the session, you're moving a lot, there's a lot happening in a yoga class. And you want your clothes to work for you as you practice and work with you, and not restrict you, because you want to be flexible and open during the yoga session. So in a moment I am going to be joined by Neelam, who is a personal stylist, and she's going to help us go through items of clothing that you want to wear in your practice and things that you want to avoid. So stay tuned and let's get into the video. Hi everyone, so this is Neelam, and she is a personal stylist and she's also a yoga student, and you're here today to help us understand what is good to wear to a yoga class and perhaps what isn't. And also you're a yoga student, so it would be great to get your perspective on how you feel in your yoga clothes and what you feel works well for you.
Yeah, so I've been a yoga student for quite a few years now, and I think when I first started, the only kind of active practice that I had was going to the gym. So coming into yoga, obviously it's a different practice. You have the more dynamic poses, you also have the relaxation, so I wasn't really used to that flow, I guess, between the two states of the body. So understanding what fits and cuts of clothing is really important, so that I feel my most confident when I practice yoga. Especially with yoga, where you've got certain poses where you are maybe a little bit more exposed in the body, it's nice to just feel a bit more comfortable and confident in what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I think, yeah, it will be really good to get your advice on this. And also, like, in terms of temperature, like, in terms of, like, regulating your temperature through your practice as well. So hopefully you'll be able to advise a little bit on, like, layering as well, because I know that's really important.
Yeah, definitely. So wearing multiple layers is great when you're trying to regulate the body temperature. It allows that flexibility to be able to take pieces off or add pieces on. Also thinking about the fabrics as well that you're wearing as well.
Okay.
Can make a difference.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run through like a few different things and options that you can wear, and we'll go through different items of clothing. Okay, hi guys. So the first thing that we want to look at is feet and what to wear on your feet. So obviously in a yoga class you actually want to take your shoes and socks off, and really ideally if you can practice in bare feet, that's the best for your practice, because you'll be able to grip your yoga mat really well. However, you might feel, certain times you might feel cold in your feet, and that's where you might want to wear toe socks. So that's what I've got on right now at the moment, and that has got grip at the bottom, so that's going to give you the grip you need through your practice. And then also if you wanted to, if you feel like your feet and your legs are cold, you can wear leg warmers to keep your legs warm. But I really wouldn't advise you wearing socks, because again, like I said, you just want to get your feet onto the mat, feel really grounded with your feet, and ideally if you can practice barefoot, that's the best way. So I think that kind of covers feet.
Yeah, definitely. I think I noticed that when I started yoga, was that I would often start off in my practice in socks, and I found myself slipping, and it was out of that warmth, so I think the toe socks were a great idea.
Yeah, really good. So then moving up through to the legs and like what to wear on your bottom half. So obviously leggings are like the biggest thing, right? So maybe we can show like a couple of leggings. I think, yeah, these like just, you know, straightforward leggings, which are just going to be great at just holding everything in, and also great for me as a yoga teacher to see your shape in your body. So I often come around in my yoga classes and do adjustments, and you know, if you're wearing leggings, it's great because I can really see your body. So I think leggings are like the big one to wear to a yoga class.
I think also it gives you that shape in the body, so you can really then see your shape for yourself as well. So if you're ever in a yoga studio with mirrors or anything like that, or even if you're practicing at home on your own in front of a mirror, you'll then be able to see your shape a little bit better through yoga.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm currently wearing flared leggings. They're called flared leggings, which are okay for a yoga practice, and I wouldn't say no. I can still see your alignment in them, and they're still great for movement and flexibility for your practice. But the only downfall of flared leggings is if you do inversions and then they just start to ride up. And sometimes, you know, they can just get in the way a little bit, so the fabric at the bottom of the legs can just get in the way. So again, flared leggings are an option, but not an ideal option, right?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, even anything like a wider leg jogger or anything like that,
Yeah.
can just ride up, and just can be really annoying during your
Yeah.
practice. That's what I found.
Yeah, and then you end up having to like stop your practice to just move things out of the way or whatever, to get comfortable and to move your body as fully as you can.
Yeah.
And also the same problem with that is like harem pants. So obviously harem pants are really big and for yoga, and they look great. I mean, they look amazing to wear. They look beautiful, and especially for like photo shoots. Like I've seen like really lovely yoga photo shoots with people wearing, you know, amazing like floral or patterned harem pants, and they look great. But I would say for like a yoga class, they do kind of get in the way, and they just hide your silhouette, right?
Yes,
and
yeah.
I can't really see your posture very well.
Yeah.
Right, and I know like you've told me that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because I think I have gone to classes where I've worn my harem pants, and you've been a student, and you're
And
just
you're
like,
struggling to
Jaina,
see.
I can't see.
Yeah.
I'm showing, right?
Yeah.
So that was your advice.
Yeah, definitely. I think also when thinking about what you're wearing on the bottom half, just thinking about your body shape as well and what suits your body shape. So, for example, a lot of the leggings we have here are in darker colours. So if you do carry a bit more weight on the lower half of the body and you feel a bit more conscious wearing leggings because they're so fitted, just going for a darker colour is going to be a little bit more slimming on the lower half of the body.
Yeah.
So it would just make sure that your frame is a little bit more balanced.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point actually. Yeah, really good point.
Yeah. And these leggings here, these ones are suitable for when you are on your period as well. So that's something that I struggled with when I started yoga and started going when I was on my period. And because you are in postures that maybe show a bit more of the body, make you feel a bit more conscious, just going for a legging that will protect you during your period is really good.
Yeah.
And not showing any VPLs as well.
Yeah. So I think those no VPL period pants are great for yoga.
Yeah.
And you know, they're going to be comfortable and you can move in them. And hopefully no leakages as well then as well. So that's a really good point because when you're on your time of the month again, you want to be comfortable and you still want to be able to move your body as much as you can. So I think also on the bottom, obviously like during the summer and things like that, you want to wear shorts or cycling shorts.
Yeah.
So I think, shorts are good. Again, you just want ones that are, you know, a soft fabric that's going to be flexible and allow you to move.
Yeah, something quite breathable. This has got the netted inside, so it allows the air to kind of circulate. And then you can get them in really fun colours and prints and things as well.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
to move you into the summer months.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah, so I think that's like the lower half of the body. So now we will jump into the upper half of the body, and first of all, like looking at sports bras, I think.
Yeah.
Because you want the right support. And what's your advice on like sports bras and what to go for a yoga bra?
So you get sports bras in all different styles. You get the racer back styles, you get the strappy styles, you also get them in different support levels. So I think a lot of clients will come to me that have larger breasts and they then struggle to get that support when they're working out, and whether that's yoga, whether that's the gym. So I think just looking at the level of support that you need, so going from low, medium to high support.
Okay, that's a good point.
And then also just thinking about the straps at the back as well. So this sort of style doesn't have adjustable straps, but you do get styles that do adjust as well, and the benefit of that is that you can just lift the chest up a little bit more and support the chest a bit better. And the racer back style is a nice like added detail as well.
Yeah. I think the racer backs are really popular for yoga because obviously if you're wearing like a vest and it moves and you see your bra, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of do them in fun colours and things like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's always good.
Yeah. And then also just thinking about the support inside as well. So in terms of padding, so some people prefer a light padding, some people don't. So that's something to consider as well.
Okay, yeah, good. And then moving on to vest tops, I guess. Like this is just a regular kind of vest top, and it's quite kind of just easy, good movement of material. This has got the open back, so you end up seeing the sports bra underneath, which is fun. What's your advice?
So I think this is a nice length on this one, so it's not too long. So again, if you're a bit more conscious of the lower half of the body, if you've got wider hips, if you go for a top that sits right on the hips, that's going to just make the hip area look a little bit wider. So going for something like this, which isn't as long, is quite good. This is a little bit more floaty, and it's got a nice like back style as well, where it crosses over. So it's just a nice added detail for your flow.
So we've just got a couple of other ideas for like vests again, like that. And then obviously like t-shirts, so if you want a bit more coverage, I guess.
Yeah, a bit more coverage. Again, just making sure that the fit on the t-shirt is good, so nothing too loose, because again, if you're in positions like downward dog, it can ride up and then it can just cover your face and get in the way. So just thinking about the fit of the pieces as well.
And often sometimes I do end up like tucking it perhaps a little bit into my leggings and then in it flow out. Or wearing a slightly tighter fit, so I think like these are like long sleeve ones for days when it's not so warm out and it's a bit colder, so long sleeves are a great option. And these are just some options, and again these are a bit more fitted, they've got a bit of give as well. You can get ones that are like this which are even more fitted, which is good if you don't want it riding up.
Definitely. And then again, thinking about your colours on the top half as well. So we've got a black option and a brown option. So black, a lot of people default to black, but there's lots of other colour options out there as well.
Actually I did bring other colour options, but actually it's quite fun to go
just experiment with your colours. So brown's a little bit more warming, black's a bit cooler, so just depending on what suits you, you might want to experiment with your colours.
Good point, thank you. And then I think going from there, we have like, it's just good to have a good zip up, right? So just sort of like a throw on. This is something you can, practice in. It's really like flexible, opens up, you can move in it, and then when you start to warm the body up, you can just unzip it, take it off, and it's really easy.
You sometimes get some styles like this that will have an area for your thumb to go into, which again, that kind of acts a bit like the toe socks, which is really good. So you've got the grip with the warmth as well.
And a bit more fitted, it feels really fitted. So there's that one. And then on colder days, it's good to have like something warm and cozy, just to chuck on really. So these are like some, just jumpers to throw on top of your t-shirt, or even on top of some of the long sleeve tops. You can throw it on just to keep warm. I went for this slightly cropped look because that's kind of what I prefer, and it just, when I go too long, because my hips are a bit wider, I feel uncomfortable with lots of material around here, so that's why I kind of went for that option. And again, that's some advice that you've given me on body shaping.
Exactly. Also, just to note, these ones don't have hoods, so that's another thing to think about.
So the one I'm wearing, which I absolutely love, I really like it, and it's a zip up, so I can just zip it on and off. But it has a hood, and so I don't really actually teach in it, because the hood just gets in the way if I am in like downward dog or something like that. Then I sort of went for this option where there's no hood. Great. That's some really good advice, thank you. So So yeah, that covers your upper body. Finally, what we wanted to talk about is accessories and your hair, first of all. So you'll obviously want to keep, especially if you've got long hair, right? If you've got long hair, you'll want to keep like a hairband or a hair scrunchie on you, and just keep tying your hair back. So ideally, if you can, to keep your hair tied back in a yoga practice is ideal. It's just out of the way and out of any fuss. Buns are a good idea, but you just got to be careful where you position your hair buns. So obviously if you put it on the back and then you come into relaxation, you won't be able to lie down properly. So you could try putting your belt bun like having a top bun.
Yeah.
But you've got to be careful if you're then doing inversions, you're doing like headstand, or even if you're doing something like rabbit pose where you're coming onto the crown of the head. So what I tend to do is I kind of just clip actually like my fringe part, clip that back, or just tie it back a little bit, then keep a hair tie or a scrunchie on my hand so that I can then tie my hair back. So that option is good, so it gives you a bit of flexibility, or even just like a hairband that you push up and think back is ideal. And yeah, I think just making sure that your hair's out.
Yeah, definitely. Another good option is to go either for a low ponytail and with a scrunchie, that's quite good. So scrunchies are a little bit softer than like a hard elastic.
Yeah.
So they'll just allow that bit of movement and won't hurt you
Yeah.
when you're in any poses.
Yeah, I think those silk scrunchies
Yeah,
are really
exactly, and a bit more gentler on the hair as well, so it won't pull your hair.
Yeah.
And then also just thinking about things like plaits. So whether that's like a French plait or two side braids, that can just be a good hairstyle that again won't get in the way, but will keep your hair back from your face.
Yeah, good points. So then also in terms of accessories, jewellery. So ideally you want to try and wear as little jewellery as possible, but you might want to still keep some of your clothes items on you, and I often like to keep some personal things that I like to wear on. First of all, my watch, because often if I'm teaching I do need to kind of keep an eye on the time. If you like to have your watch and you like to keep an eye on the time, you might want to go for something that's like a really thin strap. This one's like, it just really moves with me. I barely feel like I'm wearing anything. And then I do like to wear like my crystal bracelets, and so what I will tend to do is sometimes wear them and then just slip them off and then just keep them like on the side of my yoga mat, so that way I'm benefiting from the energy of the crystals through my practice. And likewise with my necklace, like I might wear a necklace, but it's something very dainty and small that isn't going to get in the way. But again, I might take that off like beforehand. You just don't want your accessories to interfere in your yoga practice.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so even things like earrings and things like that, you probably don't want to go
just
for bigger hoops or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just smaller,
Just
more
stuff.
dainty.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And just keep it really simple.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed making it. And please comment below if you have any questions about any part of the video today and anything that we shared. And also leave which tip you found most useful from the practice. In the comments you'll also find our contact details. And please be sure to tag us into any pictures you take, which you can then upload onto Instagram the next time you go to a yoga class. We'd love to see what you're wearing. You'll also find in the comments below a list of all the items that we shared today, so if you need some help in organising your next outfit for your next yoga class, we can refer to that list. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and be sure to share this video with your friends and family and anyone else who